Welcome to Break Into Tech Show with Professor Tammy Akinwumi of MyIT University, a multi-award-winning tech CEO, career coach, and mentor. With decades of hands-on tech career, will ensure your career dreams come true. Join our extraordinary show today on groundbreaking topic for a successful career. Do you want a $100,000 job as a cybersecurity professional, scrum master, business analyst software QA, cloud architect, data analyst, technical recruiter, and more? Visit www.myituniversity.com to schedule a call. Come and get inspired to secure a lucrative job, keep the job, and grow on the job. Relax, receive, and see results. We're glad you're here. Share, like, and comment.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Professor Tammy Akinwumi, and I'm here with one of my lovely, wonderful mentees. And today we're going to be discussing about, let's discuss about Cybersecurity GRC. And we're going to be focusing on privacy and GDPR. So I'm so glad to have her here. Most of you know me by now, right? You know me by now. I've been in tech for 3 decades, and I'm a multi-award-winning tech CEO of, tech companies. You can go on under our bio on LinkedIn and check it out. Top with Technologies and MyIT University. We've helped a lot of engineers break into tech and to keep the job, secure their job, and continue to grow on the job. So we have a very vibrant and great community here to help you grow in tech and do well in tech careers. So wherever you're joining us from, we want to welcome you. Let us know, comments to let us know where you're joining us from so we can greet you properly. And also have your pen and notepad ready because we're going to have fun today. And you can ask your questions, so we're going to answer your questions. So thank you also very much for being here. And one thing I want to let you know that you don't need an IT background to break into tech. Okay, you don't need to have a college degree in tech. You don't even have to have a college degree, period. There are different areas of tech you can break into. All you have to do is schedule a free discovery call with me. So it's scrolling down here, www.myituniversity.com. Schedule a call and I'll help you. It's free call. I'll help you understand how you can break it into tech, and we look through your pipeline. But follow us as we go through the discussion today, and you will learn how you can also break into these roles in tech, in cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is very, 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 very lucrative and it's very rewarding. Okay, everybody work from home now, almost like 90%. So we're going to discuss, and the possibility that is there for you. So I thank you so much for joining us. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. My name is Bridget Ofori, and I am a GRC analyst focusing mainly on privacy, and I'm very happy to be here today.
Wow, nice. Thank you so very much. That's a great introduction. I appreciate that. And can you please share with us, who is a Cybersecurity GRC Analyst?
Okay, so a cybersecurity GRC analyst is someone who is responsible for ensuring compliance, primarily compliance within an organization. So the role mainly focuses on a lot of not privacy, but policy work, making sure that the company adheres to certain regulations so that it can continue to operate.
Okay, so there are policy standard guidelines that you guys have to follow, and you have to make sure the organizations are following these policies, right?
Yes.
Good, very good. So does it include maths or coding or scripting or anything like that?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not
Okay.
at all.
Then do you have to have an IT background to break into those roles?
No, you do not.
Do not. Okay. Very good. So can you share with us, how did you get started?
Okay. My path wasn't as direct, and I'm sure for everyone who wants to get into IT, the path isn't always direct. I graduated from college, wasn't too sure what I wanted to do. I knew eventually I wanted to break into tech. And fortunately for me, I was introduced to Professor Tammy, and with her guidance, honestly, her guidance helping me understand more about the different avenues that I can go into tech, learning more about the cybersecurity. And then one thing I would say about Professor Tammy is she pushed me, helped me get out of my shell, and definitely guided me into getting into this role and also breaking into tech.
Yes, I make sure you're accountable. I make sure you stay focused. So what I remember very well, what I did to you is that when I spoke with you, you consult me, you give me a call. I schedule a free call, and then we discuss, and then I help you, make your timeline. Your say, okay, this is exactly what I want you to focus on, and that helped. And then we went from there, train you, nurture you, and help you to break in. So I'm grateful that you are doing very well. For now, you've been there for a while, for some time now. So I'm grateful that you are doing very well in the industry. Yeah, thank you so very much. So, what are your transferable skills right now that you are using right now at your current role?
The biggest transferable skills that I'm currently using right now, I would say, are my communication skills. So this means communicating with different team members, most importantly, communicating via email, and because the role is remote, and also via Teams. And then another one I would say that's most important is collaboration skills, collaboration and organization skills, because you want to make sure that you're meeting deadlines that are given to you, especially dealing with the realm of compliance and policy work.
Hmm. So communication and collaboration are one of your biggest skills and time management too, because when you're working alone at home, you better be able to manage your time so you get things done on time.
Yeah,
So all those ones, so I'm sure they helped, right? And
they.
also critical thinking, I'm sure solution, you're able to resolve solution, problem
Mhm.
solving, all those, because I know you have all of those, and you're very reliable, very, very reliable. So that's very good. Thank you so very much for that. And in addition to transferable skills, those are soft skills. I'm sure there's some hard skills too that will be useful, like maybe you know how to do Microsoft Word, Excel, at least pretty much Microsoft Word, because you're going to be dealing with documents,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
You know how to use Zoom and all of that. All those things are transferable into tech. You can use them very well in tech. So you don't have to have any big IT background to even do anything in tech. No, that's very good. Thank you so much. Can you share with us also what are your daily activities day to day? What do you do?
Okay, so day to day, my activities will vary depending on the day and what the requirements are. But for the most part, it involves team meetings. So that's where the collaboration part is big, communicating with different departments and teams, and also making sure that they're up to date and on their scheduling with our projects that we have. And then just reviewing the different assessments and policies that we've sent out to the teams, and then liaising with different teams within the different regions of the company.
Okay, so every day is different.
Mm-hmm.
So you are like the middleman between so many organizations and so many, you know, different departments of different organizations. That's very good. So we're gonna go deep down into your process. Walk us through your process. What framework do you use? I know you do privacy. What other things do you do? And can you walk us through this process? How those are daily, like privacy. What do you do with privacy?
Okay, so within privacy, one of the biggest frameworks that we use, which is very similar within the RMS frameworks, is ideally I would say is the PTA assessments. So you have to a lot of this is understanding and being able to assess the risk of bringing or working with a different organization. So within that framework, let's say I'm assigned a project, I have to look at that project, understand the risk that will be onboarding by working on that particular project. So based on understanding that risk, I will communicate with we call it the project owner. And then from there, I would send out a PTA, which is a privacy threshold assessment for them to complete. And for the most part, because the assessment is not as easily understandable by people who are not on our team, I like to walk them through that process and help them fill it out. And then once that's completed, depending on scope of that project. So if it's within the United States, because we're dealing with privacy, or if it's also global, meaning it can include Asia or EU, I would collaborate with a different team in a different country to make sure that it's both in compliance with all the countries that are involved within that project. And once that's done, then we liaise with our legal team, have them make sure they do more of the fact checking and then sign off on it. And once that's done, I can go back to the team that presented us with that project and say whether they have the green light to continue, or that there's more that needs to be done within that project itself.
Okay. So in a nutshell, you work with organization that your company is trying to work with
Mm-hmm.
to check on the security of their infrastructure
Yes.
or of their app. Maybe you want to buy
Mm-hmm.
app, for example.
Yeah.
You want to buy a software from a particular company. Let's say, for example, you want to buy your organization want to buy maybe timesheet uh, tracking system or employee tracking system or any kind of system from a particular vendor or a particular third party person. Then you will have to check and make sure that that thing is secure, the app is secure before you guys can go on. Because I want to really break it down to the level of everybody that are not technical.
Okay.
So now you're gonna be guiding the organization that you will be buying it from to make sure that all of their security measures are in place before you
Mm-hmm.
put yourself in that situation where you will be hacked.
Yes.
So you're gonna make sure that you understand what they are doing, and then your legal team are gonna help you to sign the contracts,
Mm-hmm.
agreement that you want to go into 2-year agreement, 3-year agreement, or wherever with them. That's what you are saying in a nutshell.
Yes, pretty
So
much.
it's not rocket science, people. So that's what it is. Okay. So very good. So walk us through. So, yeah, the privacy, right? So walk us through that, and then you talk about the. So what other things do you do?
Um, right now I do a lot of data mapping, so understanding what that means is understanding what applications that data flows through. So an example I can use is if I have my name on a piece of paper and I have to type it out and send it through email to someone else on my team, and then they in turn will forward it to a different team. We want to understand, because that is all data. So we create a visual map of that data. So the breakdown of it is where it started from, where it goes through, and then where is the endpoint. So where does that data end up? So starting with the piece of paper that I've had, then being typed into the email. So we'll say maybe it's Gmail that it's utilized in, and then going to another person's email, which might be Outlook. So we're just understanding that process of how the data is moving.
Okay, good. So that means since you're gonna be transitioning and transforming and migrating data from one system to another, so that means you need to make sure that you want to see where this system is coming from and where is the data is coming from. This side is going to this side and it's going to this location. So you're trying to connect the two so
Yes.
that it's not going to miss where it's supposed to go or go to the wrong place. Then,
Mhm.
of course, then there's a problem with integrity and stuff.
Yes, and
Very
that's
good.
exactly it.
Yeah. So that's what it is in a nutshell. You map data, you show where it's coming from, where it's going to, so everything can just flow, sync everything together. Very good. So those are the things that you do. What else do you do?
That's pretty much it for now, because the project itself is big and it's company wide, and we are breaking it down from the smallest portion of the data to the largest portion. So again, me writing it down to it ending up in a big email file, or even work ending up in something such as SharePoint. So
SharePoint too. Oh, okay. What are the different tools that you use in your day to day?
my day to day, I a lot of Microsoft Teams, a lot of Outlook, and then primarily OneTrust, which is an application primarily for privacy analysts. We
Okay.
also use SharePoint, and then we also use Workday. But the biggest one I would say would be the OneTrust.
Okay. Okay. One trust that you use.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. So, are there any certification attached to that?
Any certifications, not as required, but my goal is to obtain all the certifications that
I
I
know.
can.
I know.
So, and it helps me understand the program, the application a lot better. So, and then it'll make my job easier, because if I know the tricks in using the application, then I can do my job easier and then help the process move along smoothly. So there are about 12 total certifications you can take. I currently have 2 and I'm working on my 3rd one.
Oh, that's good. I'm very proud of you. It's a joy for me to see you. Um, remember way long time ago when I started mentoring you, and I see where you are today. It's a joy for me to see that you still have that fire. You are already ignited. Like you say, I push you. I'm glad that I did, and that's what I do for all my students. I make sure you are accountable and you go for it. You know, and once you get in, you are flamed and you are doing great. So I'm glad to see you doing great things. So, what's your advice for people that are aspiring to break into this kind of roles?
For people that are aspiring to break into this kind of roles, I would say just work with Professor Tammy. That is it. Work with Professor Tammy. You can be confused like I was. I was confused. I was lost. I was also frustrated. And then I was also lacking confidence. And honestly, I was fortunate to have been introduced to Professor Tammy, and she's taken me under her wing. She's guided me through all of my processes. And one thing I will say is Professor Temi is a very busy woman, but working with her, you would not know that she's a very busy woman. She will send me texts. How's it going? Have you worked on this? What's going on? Let's set up time to catch up. And I think that for me is what really helped me get to where I am today, because I don't know where I would be if I hadn't met Professor Temi. I'd probably still be confused and frustrated. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's one thing I tell people, right? Thank you for saying that. I'm so glad that you know that even though I'm busy, but I'm not busy for my student because I'm passionate about helping people break into tech, and I just want to make sure everybody I follow them up. Even to today, I still text people, "How are you doing? Give me updates." Even if you are slowing down, you will know that this Professor Temi is gonna be on my neck. So I
Mhm.
better wake up. I was texting them. Okay, how far with that interview? Did you any update for me? Any status? What's up? And they'll be like, okay, I'll give you update. I'm doing this interview now, so they know that I will check on them. They will know that I will make sure they are doing well, even any time of the day. If they ask something, they have an interview tomorrow, they need something now. We are going to jump on it because I want to make sure. Because you see, you never know when that time comes for you to break in.
Mhm.
So if that time comes for you to break in and you don't need it, see the help that you need, that's a problem. So that's why I always jump on things. Some people at midnight, I'll be texting them. They'll be like, "How do you sleep?" I said,
Yeah.
I said I have to because I never know when your time will come to break in. So I have to
Mhm.
be there. You understand? So I do that every time. Anything I see, I jump at it to make sure people are ready to break in. And that is why our program is. Can you see me?
I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, now I can see you.
Went off. Okay. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah. So, okay. So what we're saying is that, it's very important that you can break into tech, you can do well. So we tend to help you. We like to make sure that everything that you need is accessible, and that's very important. Yeah, that's very important to us as well. So thank you so very much for that. Let's make sure the background is good. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, can you share with us how did our program help you, and our coaching, our mentoring, and nurturing program? How did that help you?
Well, it helped me gain my confidence. It helped me understand what I would be doing on a daily basis within my role. And it also helped me, well, get the job at the end of the day. One thing about Professor Temi's mentoring process is that she herself helps you, but then she also has mentees that help each other. So she wants to connect you with people who are either in their tech careers already or who are also trying to break into tech also. And you guys will work together. She also helps with interviewing skills. She'll introduce you to a lot of people. I know she's constantly having meetings and collaborations with recruiters, different people who work with different companies, jobs fairs. So Professor Temi is just, I would say, she's a wealth of resources to help you get the job that you want and the job that you need within the tech realm.
Thank you so very much. Yeah, that's very true. With MyIT University, like I said, you can go ahead and make a call, make a schedule a call there. We coach you quite all right. We do the coaching, and it's not just a boot camp. We coach you. When after finishing coaching you, we start mentoring you. We mentor you, we nurture you, we help you network in our community, and we have community support. So there's a platform for coaching and there's a platform for mentoring. We prep you for interviews, we help you with your LinkedIn profile, we help to optimize your profile, we optimize your resume, we connect you to recruiters, and we continue to mentor you. You can break in as fast as needed, and you can network in the community with people like Bridget and so many other people that you've seen me with here, you know and you can break in. And when you even at the job, we still continue to help you. You are in a community for life, so we do lifetime support and lifetime mentoring. So schedule a call, reach out, so we're going to help you break in. His website is scrolling down here. So thank you so very much, Bridget. And we have courses from cybersecurity. These are award-winning courses to Scrum Master, Project Management, Business Analysis, Data Analysis, Cloud, software tester, QA, technical writing, and so on and so forth. You can see them all on our platform. Go there and look at them. Okay, but more importantly, reach out to me so I can help you to understand exactly how to navigate and how to move on with your tech career. So don't procrastinate. I'll say join us, don't delay. You can still break in, as fast as you want. And I also say that you should connect with me on LinkedIn. This is my link on LinkedIn, T Akinwumi. That's the link. Or send me an email. Okay, support at myituniversity.com. I will, talk to you. I will respond back to your email and I'll help you to break in. And you can also follow us on all social media platforms. We're on Clubhouse every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So just search for MyIT University if you're on Clubhouse and follow us. And also you can look for me, Professor Tammy. I have a purple background in my picture. You can follow us. We have tons of replays on Clubhouse. You can also watch those replays. Even on YouTube, search for MyIT University on YouTube. You can find us. You can find me as well. So on YouTube, or search for Prof Temi on YouTube. So I thank you also very much for being here. And you can do it. You can break in. If you want, we can help you break in. So schedule a free call. So before we go, what's your last advice for people that are trying to break in into this role? Your last advice for them?
My last advice is if you feel that breaking into tech is hard, that if you need to know programming, if you need to be like a brainiac, you don't. If you're hesitant, do not hesitate. Reach out to Professor Temi. She's a wealth of resources and she's honestly all the help that you'll need to get in.
Good. So I thank you so very much, Bridget, for being here today. It's a privilege and honor to be your mentor. And now you are a mentor also with us here. And your patience, your mixed spirit, and your passion. These are great. Skills that is helping you now, and I can see you going places. You know, you are just getting started in the
Thank you so
industry, and I'm
much.
glad for that. So thank you so much, everybody. Until next time when we meet again on this program, Break into Tech Show, this is Professor Tammy, and we're here with Bridget. See you again next time. Have a wonderful time, and I will look forward to speaking with you. Schedule a call, share this with others, and comment and like. Thank you so much. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us. Have a wonderful time. Bye.